at this question were someone was okay. Yes, we'll quickly run through what we were talking about so far, and then we'll go ahead to the next topic. All right. Last week we started with need for saving and how sometimes we will think that we are going to save a lot when we join for job, but at the same time there is too many bottled wishes which we will keep, which we will be yeah, we'll deal with the assignment towards the end. Okay, we'll so many bottle wishes that all of a sudden when you get salary, the bottle opens and you run out of money. So I told you about one Warren Buffett's quote which said how much money he had, and he replied, not enough. So money, the thing is, no matter how much you get, you'll always need more. And that's thing with money. That's where we started. And then we talked about perpetuity, and we talked about using perpetuity in the formula. And the first question, we did it again from compared to last time, because we wanted to look at, I wanted you guys to think about how do you present it better. And some of you, actually, nobody came up with a new improved solution or thought. But anyway, I am hoping that you guys will be more interactive this time, because to some people I said, those who interact in the class, I'll let them submit the assignment if they haven't done it already. So I'm hoping that there will be more interaction. I hope that will be a mm, that will be a motivator for you to interact more in the class. Okay, now actually there is a science behind that also. So there's a science about, there are different ways to motivate a person. Sometimes inspiration, you're inspired, therefore you're motivated. Sometimes, you know, you will get a reward if you do this, therefore you're motivated. Sometimes, you know, you'll be punished if you do this, if you don't do this, therefore you do it. So there is motivation can come in many ways, and one of them is reward. One of them is reward and punishment. So let's see. I'm trying to give you guys a reward. Let's see. Usually some response, others. And last 2 weeks I told you, right? Those who respond gets attendance. Those who don't. And I think I'll stick to that rule this week for the first time, because last week I still fairly marked attendance. 2 hours because of the confusion with Rockramers marking attendance, I couldn't. But that I'll figure out with IT cell. Other hours are marked properly so far. And today, I'm again going to demand on your response. So after that, we did another question, which is about viability of a project. Is this project viable? How do you check whether the project is viable? Suppose you're going to invest this much into the project and it is going to bring returns, this much returns every year. Now, is this project viable at cost of capital of 15% or different percentage? We do it with perpetuity. And if your present value of the project is more than your initial investment, initial cost, then we would say the project is viable. We saw two cases, one case in which the project was not viable and another case in which project was not viable. All right. And then we went ahead to do. You're giving some property for lease. How is it going to be present value of lease at different rates? Is it worth it? How do you know whether giving this property for lease is worth it? All right. Yeah. Yes, someone was saying something. Was that by mistake? Okay. Now, we'll do one thing. So this problem, how we did it is, if you notice, first payment is paid now. So first payment is paid in year 0. Therefore, we don't include that in our calculation. Now, years 1 to 18, leases for 18 years, right? Present value can be calculated with annuity formula. And notice that we are using annuity formula. That's because perpetuity is annuity in case of never ending. It's until death. It just continues. We don't know how long. But annuity, in case of finite term, we stick to annuity. In this case, for year 1 to 18. Therefore, there is fixed years. Therefore, we stick to annuity. Present value for rupees 1 at with R is equal to 9%. There were two ways to find it. One is using annuity factor, using annuity formula for annuity factor. Two, using annuity table. From annuity table, we found the annuity factor to be 8.54363. So present value for years 1 to 18 is 9 lakh into annuity factor. And finally, total present value will be equal to rupees 9 lakh, which is year 0's payment plus this. And hence we have 85 lakh 89,267. Note this looks like a big number, right? But at the same time, notice one thing. This is done over not 1 or 2 years. It's done over 18 years. That therefore it may be a huge amount, but over 18 years, it's a bit relaxed for the one who is leasing, as well as one who profitable for one who gave the land for lease. Now, when your annuity is starting from the year 0, what did we do? We 9 lakh plus. So what we did is we added the initial amount separately. Another way to do it is present value for years 0 to 18 were first payment is made now is equal to our amount, in this case 9 lakh, into 1 plus annuity factor. This is not rocket science. If you notice, the 76 lakh number we came up with here is nothing but 9 lakh into 85 something, 8.5. That is the annuity factor. And this 9 lakh is 1. So basically 9 lakh plus 9 lakh into something. That is annuity factor. And that's exactly what we are doing. 9 lakh plus 9 lakh into annuity factor is what it becomes. So what I'm saying is earlier one, when your payment is starting now, we can either separately calculate or alternatively, you can use this formula and quickly calculate. Okay, now let me give you another perspective to how you usually do things. How many of you know, can you give me a reaction if you know Pippi Longstockings? Pippi Longstocking? It's a cartoon series for kids. It's about one kid. Imagine kids usually are not allowed to go out alone. Imagine one kid living in a town alone. And Pippi is always up to some mischief. So that makes it enjoyable for kids. Now, there is one quote from Pippi Longstockings, it says, I've never done that before, so I'm sure that I can do it. Interesting, right? On the other hand, how do we do? Most of us, including me, what I would say is, I've never done that before, so I'm scared. I don't think I can do it. But instead, she says, I have never done that before, so I'm sure I can do it. Because usually what we do is, based on what we already know, we decide that we cannot do it. We're not good enough to do it. But rather, Pippi says, I have never done that, so I don't know. So I can learn and do it myself. So I wanted to point out this change in attitude. Possibly, there are many things in our lives which we are not doing because we are too scared to jump in. We know that it's good for us, but we are scared to do it because we are too scared to jump in. Yesterday evening, I was meeting one of my all students. That all student had actually, we were meeting because the student said last year came and discussed about studying abroad. And yesterday we had to meet because same student was like, I'm scared to apply. What if I'm not good enough? Thing is, how do you know you're not good enough before you even try it? Sometimes you'll be surprised. You'll be better than most people. I'm not saying you'll be the best. You'll be better than most people who are selected. And sometimes you may be, sometimes you don't know how the process goes. Before trying, if you give up, you're actually giving up quite a lot. You're actually just running away from it. But don't give up without a try. All right, now let's get to our business. We did one question earlier, right? So I'm going to give you a question which is in similar prompt. I'm compiling questions on the go, so this is give me a second. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, I met Tejaswini last, so I'm going to use. I'm sorry, just a second. Technical glitches. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, Tejaswini is going to rent a house for 6 years, and the owner. Okay, just give me a second. It's just try to get out what's wrong. Give me a second. The system is not as expected. It's just a bit slow. All right. Anyway, can you make a note of this question? Tejaswini is renting a house. Okay. I'm sorry, just give me a second. Let me try. It's this. Extremely sorry, the system's not responding. Okay, please type the question and send it in the chat box. Okay, try the question that I have left in the chat box. I'll meanwhile try to fix the system. Try this question, put in your thoughts in the chat box. All right, someone's finished it, others. Yeah. In perpetuity, therefore, you can quickly calculate. Oh, I am happy to see that many of you are calculating. Okay. The rewards work well with you guys. So that's a good information, though it's towards the end of the class. Okay. Question is, how much? Yeah. Yes. Receive receive rupees 30,000 per annum in perpetuity if the annual rate of interest is 20%. Now, present value will be given by A by R. A is equal to rupees 30,000. And discount rate is, or interest rate is 20% or 0.02. Therefore, present value is equal to 30,000 divided by R is 0.02. And it should be, as printed out, 1,30,000. Two zeros come in. Or 15 lakh. Is it 1,50,000 or 15 lakh? All right. Now, yeah, it is rupees. Easier questions, right? All right. Then let's get things a bit complicated. That's our business, right? We get things complicated. Okay. Now, well, okay, we'll start the next topic in the next class, unfortunately. No, we have time. Next topic is thinking funds. Or let's do some problems. Why get to no topic today? I think 2 more hours minimum, we can finish our syllabus. So let's do more problems. Let's try. Can you see my screen? It's confirming if you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen? Oh, okay. I've been writing. I wrote and explained the previous problem. So, okay, interesting. Once again, let me try. The device is acting up a bit today. Can you see it now? Yeah. Thank you for the reactions. Now let's get to business. Okay. Well. Okay. SS Hospital is opening a new branch in, let's say, any part of Bangalore. Let's put it in Kamalandi. Okay. They arranged a 99 as to pushing it too much, no? Okay. 25-year lease at an annual rent of rupees 15 lakh. The first rental payment is to be paid immediately. All right. And others in consecutive and others in consecutive years. What is the present value of the lease at 12%? Okay, can you calculate? It's the same as last, not the previous question, yesterday's last question. Last class's last question. Can you calculate and put your answer in the chat box? Calls. Okay. Can you calculate and put the answer in the chat box? How do we do this? Either you can directly use, so 25-year lease, right? So you can use annuity factor is given by annuity factor for 24 years at 12%. 12%, have I given it to you in that table? I don't remember. Annuity factor in the table. 12%. I haven't given 12%. I'm sorry. We'll stick to some. We'll change the number to some, say, 10%. Okay, we'll keep it at 10%. At 10%. Not that I changed the question because the table I've given, I've restricted myself to 10. And 24 years is there, right? Period of 24 years is there. Period of 24 years is, yeah, it is there. All right. So what will be the annuity factor? 24 years. That is this particular row. And at 10%. Therefore, we have this column. And in the intersection, the number is 8.984. Okay. So annuity factor is 8 is equal to 8.98. Therefore, present value of lease at 10 percentages. Present value of lease at 10 percentages is equal to, we can use direct formula or together. Previous one I did it direct, step by step. Therefore, now I am going to do it using the formula. A into 1 plus rent, okay. We will also write rent is equal to 15 lakh. Let's put it some variable number, variable A into 1 plus annuity factor, which is equal to 15 lakhs into 1 plus annuity factor is 8.984. And your answer, as someone pointed out in the chat, rupees 136,522.88. So is it okay? Let's, can someone calculate and tell us the answer? Let me try that. There is one feature in OneNote. Can someone calculate and tell me the answer? Let me see if this feature works meanwhile. Okay, I didn't quite do justice to it, but okay. The experiment is collapsing. Let me undo it. Okay. So there is a feature, I think I can show it to you guys. It's there in the new OneNote version. Let me try. So 15 into 12 is equal to, if you press equal to, they'll calculate and give you the value. So let's try 15,000. So the 15 lakh into 1 plus 8.984 is equal to, oh yeah, they do it. All right. 149. 149 76000. Okay, let's put the commas correctly. Well, that's a lot of money, right? But it's over 24 years, so it's worth it. Okay, now let's just do one more thing. 15 lakhs into 25. What was it? Okay, we'll not get that. Anyway, you get the idea, right? How to do these problems, and then we'll do one more viability problem. So let's see. Any common companies you can think of? Yeah, Embassy Group is considering a project. Oh no, let's do another one. Yeah, Embassy, let's take it to Embassy Group is considering a lease of land from two viable parties. Company 1 requires a yearly payment of rupees, say, let's okay, 20 lakh at 10 percentage, let's say 8 percentage. And company 2 requires a payment of rupees, say 15 lakh annually at 10 percentage. Let me tweak the numbers a bit. Instead of 20 lakhs, I'll give 17 lakh. Which company offers highest value of the lease? Can you calculate this? I'm just randomly constructing a question on the go. So can you please solve this? So you'll have to find for company A and company B. Different variables required to find it are given here. According to that, find it and tell me. I hope you have a copy of the annuity table. I'll possibly post it in the group. You do remind me. Yeah, and I had promised that you can solve this problem, send in your thoughts in the chat. I had promised that I will talk about the assignment. It's all right. So there was a bit of mistake on my part as well, because some of you waited for the thing. You didn't see that I had posted it earlier. I had posted the link earlier. So let me see. Yeah. So you can try this question. And meanwhile, the link.
Sir, also sorry to intervene, but are you in the staff room right now?
I am not in the staff room at the moment, but I'll be there in another 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I just want to show you this.